You're now live on YouTube. So those yes, John the area. You have a question by? Sige, you can type as well. Okay, wrong audio. Very good, very good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Especially those who are graduating. Those who are the fourth semester, the second year will be placed by July. So you have to listen to this orientation. This is the first orientation on NC assessment given to students. So if you have time, you go over with the slides. Okay, let's start with a prayer in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you. Blessed are you among women, and blessed the fruit of your womb, Jesus.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, sinners now and at the hour of our death. Amen.
Holy Mary, our hope is wisdom.
Pray for us.
So first and foremost, I would like to thank everyone for joining today's series of one of the very few series of orientations we're going to have for you. I would request everyone to put their mic on mute, like si Malunhaw to put their mic on mute for the entire duration of the orientation. After which you can ask questions, you can type it also.
Huh?
Yeah. Okay. Let's put everyone on mute. Del Rio. All right. Okay. There. Email, I will put you as pin. Nakapin man. Wait. Aha.
Dako na ba nagsuldo? Dako na ba naglatag na ko? Ya, saan mo yun? Uwan kayo.
Okay. Minsan ako tanan ha.
Good morning, sir.
Oh yeah. Good morning, good morning. Check. Makakita na yung slides, guys?
Yes, sir.
Sir. Side by side the speaker na siguro na to. Okay. Sir Neil, thank you very much for joining as I've said. So today you will have the site assessment orientation, NC assessment. For the information of everyone, we have an assessment center at site which facilitates your NC assessment, which is a requirement for diploma programs. So dili ta ka graduate without the NC assessment. And what is this NC assessment? Mr. Rabay will tell you unsa ka important and salient ang pagkuha og assessment through TESDA to check whether your skills are at par with the standards nga giset for technologies, no, like you are technicians. So without much further ado, I'd like to present or to give you Mr. Neil Agbay, our assessment manager. Sir Neil, take it away.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Can you hear my voice? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so good morning once again. Welcome to the competency assessment. How do we call this seminar?
Sorry, Sir Neil. Sir Neil?
Yes.
Sir Neil? Well, can you take off your mask na lang? Kay mura o siya kung with your mask on. Kana pakita ka gwapo ah.
Ayaw, just one.
Dili sir, dili siya maklaro sir.
Di maklaro guys.
Dili siya maklaro sir. Dili lagi.
Di maklaro, sir.
Mas klaro kung tangtangon ng mask.
Di maklaro ang gagawin, sir. Ano mo, sir?
Nam good tayo protocol.
Bako bito ka, sir.
Naram ka sa balay. Good. Oh, sige, kanawa.
Alright.
Sige sir.
Naka IATF magud mi diri. Kana maklaro.
Okay ra, okay ra.
Okay, so
Sige.
mas
Try your best na lang ha. Kay mas okay siya kung wala kay mas ang tingog nimo. Thank you, sir.
anyway, ako may speaker, so ako sa'yo magbuot. So, good morning once again.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome to this
Morning, sir.
information dissemination
Good morning, sir.
for competency assessment. Now, under Republic Act, circular number 2. So we organized, TESDA organized this competency assessment offices under TESDA circular 77, Republic Act 7796, which is the assessment and certification system. Thank you for attending this allocating your time. Okay. Especially today, we were welcomed with this very cold day. By the way, I headed the Site Assessment Center and Certification Office. And we take charge for your national certification. National certification is very much important because it becomes part of your growing career. You need to have these assessments assigned to your course so that you can have your diploma with you. So that's how important the national certification. Kami sa Site Assessment Center, actually Site Assessment Center was started in December 2020. We had our applications to TESDA, and then we were granted to operate 7 national certifications for now. Before, we have to cater other third parties. We call them assessment centers, so that they themselves can cater us in our assessment requirement. Now, in the year 2020, so nag-apply ta and we were granted to assess, and we became the Site Assessment Center then, and we are allowed to have the CSS in situ, the EPAS in situ, the mechatronics in situ, machining in situ, and machining NC1, technical drafting in situ, and in the AIM in situ. And we are now in the process of applying other assessment, national certification assessments, like the EIM NC3, the animation NC3, plumbing NC2, and DOMRAC NC2. So maybe in the coming days, mo-operate na po ni siya. And that's how we are thankful for site support, kay our assessment become closer to you, the takers or the students of site, the graduates of site. And take note that this assessment center will also cater outside. No, dili lang ni sa site. Pero as of now, since daghan pa man ang wala ma-assess, so our priority always in our home, no, kanang sa site, our second home. So everyone is really targeting, or we have to finish our course with national certification in us. Since site offers diploma, there will be minimum requirement of 3 national certifications. Now, these are the national certification needed for site scholars. So daghan man tag mga offering. Long before, site offers the ITP scholarship program. So katong mga nang-graduate sa ITP, so namtay mga courses before sa information technology, electromechanics technology, electronics technology, and mechanical technology. By the way, to attend these national certifications, it will help you also in getting your special order. Kaya kanang mga diploma nato and even the CHED program sa mga colleges, they are also given special orders. So in order for us to have the SO, we need to comply these certifications. Now for the ITP scholars, which was offered by site long time ago, so for the information technology, ang ilang gi-require, since dili pa man siya diploma, ang gi-require niya is the computer system servicing in situ. Matagaan da yung kaupuan na. Maka-apply na ta for special order. We have electromechanics technology, so mechatronics tong ila. Then electronics technology, IPAS in situ. Then the mechanical technology is the machining in situ. So kato nang graduate sa ITP scholarship program or ITP program. Now for the site diploma programs, so kaning latest karon no, computer engineering technology, electrical engineering technology, electronics engineering technology, and mechanical engineering technology. We have a minimum of 3 national certifications. Katong ni graduate sa March, they are asked to have this certification before they graduate. We have for computer engineering, we have CSS in situ, IPAS in situ, and then animation in C3. And the academic council has approved that there will be waiver for animation in C3, since our laboratory na may mga kakulian sa atong laboratory, tumutong gi-allow sila. But still, they are required to have animation. After Holy Week, there will be reviews for animation as per department information is concerned. Then we have electrical engineering technology. We have mechatronics in situ, EIM in situ, and then there will be 2 options. Either you have IPAS in situ or technical drafting in situ. For the electronics engineering technology, we have IPAS in situ, CSS in situ, and mechatronics in situ. For mechanical engineering technology, we have machining in situ, technical drafting in situ, and mechatronics in situ. Those were under the diploma programs. But then we have also a separate programs which have a grant, scholarship grant from TESDA, like the scholarship program, in which there are 311 who received such scholarship. And then this scholarships program has given us an explicit number of national certifications. So for computer engineering technology, so parehara gyapon CSS in C2, IPAS in C2, animation in C3. So for waktiya scholars ni siya. For electrical engineering technology, we have mechatronics in C2, EIM in C2, IPAS in C2, technical drafting in C2, domestic rock in C2, EIM in C3. For electronics engineering technology, there are 4. We have IPAS in C2, CSS in C2, mechatronics in C2, and EIM in C2. Then for mechanical engineering technology, this is engineering. We have machining in C2, machining in C3, technical drafting in C2, domestic rock in C2, and plumbing in C2. So, muna siya yung mga requirements as per qualification map is concerned, which is also the required INSEE for the specific Waktiya scholarship program. Now, each of you who belongs to the different levels will be checked if these qualifications were taken. National certifications were taken. So, gina-check na. And then, you don't have to worry if you have your short-term, because long time ago, we have also short-term scholarship program, like the TWSP, short-term Waktiya scholars, because it is posted in our T2MIS, which is the online monitoring site that listed all those who took the exam with the corresponding results. So naana nga ito. Then, for the 300 scholars, we reduce it to 3. There are also another batch for Waktiya scholars. So the same for computer engineering. Then electrical, there will be 3. Electronics, there will be 3. And then sa mechanical, there will be 3.
Excuse me, Sir Neil.
Yes.
Sir Neil?
Yes, yes.
Are you using your slides already or wala pa?
Naggamit na ko.
Wala mag-move, sir. Sorry kayo. Taro mo ka bantay. Ayan. Okay na. So, mabalik ka sa sugod, sir.
Tarong. Pero naminaw man ka mo, naminaw.
Actually, naminaw na ko. That's why wala magkabantay sa slides nga wala mag-move.
I spoke slowly.
Yes,
because even if I don't present the slide, I can get your ear.
Wala pa man ta sa steps, no? Napaman ka, you were mentioning about the program.
Let's move to the steps.
Asa nakadapit?
Please. So we will move to the.
We can see the second slide now. Process
we
for
will move to the steps
graduates.
of applications. Can you see the?
We can see application for assessment and certification. Yes,
slide
yes,
now.
yes.
Okay, that's the slide now.
Salamat sa
Okay, let's proceed. Very good. Thank you very much.
And students, nangita sa mong slides ba? Thank you.
Okay, so let's move to the application. Can you see my now, guys? Application for assessment and certification.
Yes, sir, we can.
So this application is a process where TVET graduates. As I mentioned earlier, we cater site and we cater outside site. So the application applies to both side, sa site o sa walk-in kanang from other institution, from kanang those who are willing to take the exam nga dili siya connected sa site. So the step 1, the candidate, so this is now speaking to you as candidate, should secure an application form. So this is in the assessment center. So the applicant should apply the correct information asked in the form. Inyo itong fill-upan ng form. The application form requires 2 pieces of passport size ID. Muna required passport size ID. So naka-color na siya. I just missed to put a picture. But some of you have experience already. Passport size, white background, with color. With color. Okay. For site, ang nakanindot sa site is your information, even though you still fill up the form, ang inyong information is already in the T2MIS. So that's the advantage also in our side. So this is the first step. In some cases, since naamanta sa site, in some cases, the form is given to the department because we wanted that you, being the candidate, should be ready in the assessment. So thanks to the department ad hoc committee, thanks to the department heads, because you were helped, no? I suppose diretso na gid unta mo. Pero ang nakanindot sa mga staff department or kung asa na nga department ang national certification kay gigidan pa gyud mo nila. Even in the filling up of forms, no? Mugayad pa gyud sila. You have to submit the application form to our office. So the processing officer, for now I have 2 staff who can cater this one. Our processing officer, si Mark Grongiano, but then he is working also in the registrar. So that's why the processing officer here can also be my full-time staff who can assist you to validate the completeness and the correctness of the information of the on the application. And in the other side of the coin, since ang naka-unique sa site kay naman tayo ad hoc they will be the one collect. So the set of processing officer, it will also be checked by them. So sa mechanical, we have si Mr. Sorban. Sa electrical, si Fern og si kanang staff there, sorry. Very active staff, no? Sa electronics, si Mr. Lauria. Sa computer engineering, si Mr. Bunghanoy. So, who will help?
Hapon kay.
Help?
Sin ako interesentos.
Wait, please mute your mic.
Okay.
I will unmute sa everyone, sir, ha?
Sige,
Sir.
sige.
Ay, parang, ay. Namin mo good nga. Sir Neil, can you speak up, sir? Can you unmute yourself?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, let's continue. Now, in the filing of application, you don't have to worry because there are many staff who will really assist you. Just make sure that you are ready in the assessment. So, sa step 3, now this is the secure order of payment. Once you completed your applications, you will be asked to pay. This addresses to the alumni and the walk-in. Katong mga scholars, murag ma-bypass ni siya nga part. And katong mga currently, katong dili pa graduating, ma-bypass po ni siya. For those graduating, we are really asking you to do this step, no? So you will be ordered, you will be issued order of payment in accordance to the qualification applied by the applicant. Then you will pay it in the accounting. Unya sa among office, you just bring the receipt. For those who had paid, nawa ang resibo, no, katong na may mga issues like nakabayad na. Don't worry because the accounting office or accounting staff will retrieve your receipt number. Dili tama problema ana. So ang inyong dadon sa assessment office is only the receipt, no? Resibo lang inyong dadon nga to because we will list down the receipt also number. Then for those who are actively studying, dili pa na siya bayaran. Pwede po bayaran, no? If dili pa scholar. For all scholars, you will be exempted in this step. Again, katong nakabayad na niya, nawa ang resibo or you forgot your receipt, the accounting staff will be happy to serve and help you seek the receipt. Then you have to bring that receipt number to the assessment office para matiwas ang application. Now, the next is the scheduling and contacting. In the first step, when you fill out the form, you have to make sure that your phone number So make sure nga active to siya ang numbers. There are different parties that will work in step 4 for scheduling. In the case when you completed your file, so assessment office, my staff will create an endorsement to TESDA. So this is now what will happen. So si TESDA will facilitate in contacting the assessor, its availability. So iyan ang tawagan ng mga related or unya pangitaan pag yun na niyag mga TESDA representatives who will visit or who will be taking charge sa usa ka qualification nga mag-assess. So muna ibuhaton sa TESDA. And then once nga ma-okay na to siya, we will begin schedule. This is not an easy part because they're also working with other assessment centers. As much as possible, we make sure that all informations we endorse to TESDA are all correct kay para dili na magbalik-balik. Once we submitted the endorsement, TESDA will ilang schedule, we plot it, calls the availability of the assessor, mangita sad silag staff nila who will be the TESDA representative, and if all is clear, so they will contact the assessment office sa ato other sa site. And that's the time nga sa mga dates. Mag-encode mi sa T2MIS sa mga pangan, katong among gi-endorse, approve, endorsed document, 10 persons per qualification. Afterwards, punpunta mo based sa information yung gibutang sa application. And then once nga makontak na siya, we will also verify sa assessor nga mag-inform nga, sir, na you are scheduled to handle this national certification on the specific date. So kana siya diha, no? So kontakon dayon mo. So mo na pinakadugay karon kay based sa experience, some of the candidates ang ilahang mga numbers kay dili mapunta. Yeah, salamat na punta sa ad hoc committee, no? Taking agencies sa site, no? Ang assessment office, ang ad hoc committee ug ang department nga nahitungdan kay like sa technical drafting, no? Mechanical man na siya, ug electrical mo take. So mo kontak ang electrical department ninyo, mo kontak pag yun ang mechanical, mo kontak pag ang assessment office. Mo nang dili nagig ka ano, di ka magpakontak. So the processing office, we coordinate all the department in line. And not only that, the processing officer or the assessment office will also contact you, candidates, para to give you the clear information of the approved schedule. So that's why you have to be available, no, on the said date. Now, what will happen if you will not attend the assessment? So you will be marked absent. You will be marked absent. Unya, ma-forfeit ang imong payment. You will pay again. So that's the worst thing. Okay, mahal-mahal ra ba ang assessment fee? Ma-forfeit ang assessment fee, unya you will be marked absent. What will happen to this marked absent? Dili na mo i-submit ang imong information. balik sa TESDA. Kay ang usa sa difficult part after the assessment kining baga kayo nga documentation, no, baga kayong compilations of documents. And then those who are marked absent, even though absent ka, but still we are paying the assessors, we are paying the for the assessment, no, ginabayad na siya tanan, either you are absent, that's why ma-forfeit gid ang imong payment, ha. Yeah, I suggest you have to provide the right information para makontak pud ka. So kana. Now, during the assessment, you will be given the result by the assessor. Sometimes the assessor of course, for those who fail, no, i-mention gina sa assessor. Sometimes makalimtan na siya mention. But then, during assessment, ang assessment center staff, kami diha, naagid mi sa assessment, kaya required man na siya naami during assessment as per circular order of TESDA. No, naagid mi sa assessment, and then the result, kung mauwa ka mo duol sa assessor, you can also ask us kung unsa gi result sa imong assessment. Now, what will happen for those who are, of course, for the competent, okay lang. For non-competent, pwede gihapon ka makakuha na sa imo. You will be given kay ang requirement sa assessment naka-take raman ka, no? Either you are competent or not yet competent, marilsa na ka sa imuhang TOR, ma-requestan na kag special order. But take note nga taga-site man ta, no? Ibutang ginato sa atong unahon na nga we are always competent, ha? So, but then the right to retake, to be competent, so kamo na mga candidates. But so far, sa mga ready lang yun, in our record, competent man gid siya tanan. Pero kadtong kuan lang, no, murag ni agi ra gyud, no? Nakakitag na yung assessment, ni appeal na lang pod. So dako to chance mahagbong. But for those nga actively joining the assessment, ready for the assessment, they receive a competent result. So with that, I can entertain questions if you have, guys. Thank you very much. Do you have any question? Oh, Mr. Go, how are you? Any question, guys? Can you still hear me? Yes, who is raising his hand? Tinador, 1F, Tinador.
Good morning, sir.
Oh,
sir.
louder
Sir,
gamay.
bukas lang ko ba kung lang ko, sir, ba kung asay mas dool nga office sa TESDA?
What's that? Kasi mas dulo nga office daw. Can you elaborate? What is that masduol?
Ay, I mean location, sir ba?
Nasa kuan. Beside waterfront. Archbishop Reyes.
Then napay scholarship dito, sir. Like mo
No.
apply.
Guys, the scholarship program, ang site try mo kuan na. You don't need to go to TESDA and then ask for scholarship for assessment. Site will consider all the scholarship and then we'll choose. So sa site na siya nga part. You don't need to go there individually. It is offered by site. And then by the way, after the assessment, you will be given kanang gitawag og car, no? That car, CER, Competency Assessment Record, will be given by you, by the assessor. The assessory, not the assessor, the assessment center office. Kami mo'y muhatag ana car. And then that will be your card or key to get the certificate in TESDA. Yes, Sagisa. Dong, Sagisa. Unmute. You're raising your hand.
Sino, sir? Si
John Christie.
Sagisa.
Sir,
Sige, John Christ.
Yes. Dong, Sagisa, yes.
sir ba, pwede maka-reissue og another NC certificate, sir? Kay nawala ako pag bagyo, sir.
Neil, nakakuha ka sa question, Neil? Neil? Neil, nakamute ka, Neil. Neil, Shark Boy, nakamute ka.
We will address that dong, just kuan lang, secure lang kag kuan, affidavit of loss. Then we will help you how to get the certificate. Sagisa?
Sir Neil?
Yes,
From Abilia ba, if nagisian raw kung gamay ang NC certificate, pwede ra ba kung kuha kung copy? Or kung sa man siya? Bakit ba?
Putol-putol kami, Sir Go.
Kung nagisi raw ang NC assessment certificate niya, nag-isip ba gamay or whatever siguro, mukuha siya bag-ulay.
Oh, pwede ra. Ato lang ikuan, just bring it to the office and then we will ask the TESDA if unsaon nila pag kuan, unsaon nila pag action.
Is it wise to discuss the price of NC here para maka-prepare sila? Like for example, kanang second year na to.
Currently, kuan maning increasing money. So anyway, mag-apply man mo dong, mag-apply man mo for certification. So mag-fill up man mo form. So adto lang sa office. Ha? Kay mag-usab-usab man gud ang price sa kuan. Like today, nausab na po ang mechatronics. So, inig-fill up sa form, the prices of the assessment, ato na makita raman na nato ngadto nya. Personal man sad mong mag-fill up sa form, ha? Like the APAS is 1,089, CSS 1,049. So kana mag-usab-usab man. Yes, Ortiz. Judil?
Wait, sir. I will unmute you. Sige dong.
After sa kuan sir ba, assessment sir, pila pa ka days after makuha ang certificate sa in situ?
Ang sa MUA, sa assessment sa site, we give you 5 days kay taas kayo ang ato ang baga magud ang papel nga atong ibalik sa TESDA. And the standard procedure also ni follow ra po na siya sa standard procedure sa TESDA kay 5 days man ang ila. Nya kana anyway nag-coincide ra man ang ilaha ug ang ato kay kami to be honest baga gid kay na atong dadon no sa documents. Nagalin active sa ng mga staff nato sa assessment center, so we will work to the minimum number of days as per TESDA required. Some more question? Wala. Kapit na po ni. But na ko glass G's. Yes, Aluyan. Aluyan is 3H. CJ.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, dong.
Pwede mo tanong, sir, if open ba ang office sa TESDA o Sabado?
Wala sila sa Saturday, dong. Monday to Friday lang. Some more? Katong mga nagpanuko o pangutana, you can also visit site sa Natas 104 for the meantime, 104A. We are happy to serve you. And then for those who have taken their assessments already, please claim your car. Kuhaan na to ninyong mga cars.
Kung saan ang cars, sir?
Competency, assessment, record.
Competency, assessment record. Records.
Results. Sorry.
Competency, assessment result.
Competency, cars. Competency, assessment, results niya. Summary. Okay na.
Summary.
So you claimed your cars. Ang model kay based sa qualification.
Thank you, Sir Neil. Muraog napabay mga pangutana ninyo, guys. Atong attendance is already open Wala man kayo graduating diri kayo. Nag-work man. Sige lang, we will post this on
to kay daghan tong pangutana kay sabi na nakabayad na tong ubandaan.
Ma-place ba ko, sir, kung wala ko NC?
Site is planning to make our INFI as per curriculum is, the subject is placed. But for now, since we are bombarded with pandemic, bagyong Odette, so ma-place ragid siya. Pero hopefully ma-align na tatanan, so for the good of you, site students, kay kanigod siya tanan, muratag ko ni, mag-hide and seek, gukod-gukod. So tomorrow na napoy assessment, so mo na siya. So that's the results of the kaning mga pandemic ug kuan. But we are trying to improve, and we will be moving forward kung unsay pwede na to mapa-improve. So for the meantime, as per experience na ma-place ragid kay man ta na align sa kuan kay pirmi man tang for now awahi man kaayo ta. So any other questions? Wala na? Kay murag nilapas na ko
It's
30 minutes.
10:01 already. Oo.
10 minutes sa gito i-allocate niya. Nilapas ko 1 minute.
We will this ready live. So guys, to ara sa YouTube ha, kung gusto ko mag-review, na ay mga implant di ay. Na mga implant.
Okay, so
Maka-place.
wala na. Now na ipasi mo lang nga katong humanag INSI kay senior high, naka-INSI na. Mo sa na problema kay ang waktiya usa nas mga criteria pod nga dili ka dawaton for waktiya og na kay previous INSI. Pero katong dunay mga INSI, kuan ra to siya. Iato ra tong tawag ani, i-credit. Let's say,
pero na-clarify ng Sir Flores, Sir Neil, last week na bisan pag manasag NC, he has to join the classes.
Oo, he has to join the classes. But certification-wise, kay usa ra man gi-record sa national, so pwede na ka as long as wa pa nag-expire. But you have to join the classes.
Correct.
Thank you, Mr. Go.
Thank you,
have
sir.
to join the classes.
Thank you, Sir Neil. Thank you very much. Kanang play ko ang share, sir, sa imong screen kay I'll put some. Salamat kay sir for your time. Kibaw ko nga adlawng pista official. So, ano na, double pay na yan.
Oh, sige. So, we will wait for the double pay.
Spirit of the service. Spirit of service.
So, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, Sir Neil.
Maligayang araw ng kagitingan.
Yeah.
Birthday po ni Mr. Alpornon.
Yes, it's a birthday of Mr. Alpornon today.
Salamat kayo.
Magdimbo na siya karon, sir. Salamat, sir. Sir Neil, salamat kayo, sir. Salamat. Ayo, pangusta ko sa mga kaanda. So guys, reminders lang before we leave. Can you see my slides already? Guys, makikita na ba ang slide? Makita na ba, guys? Okay, thank you very much for your thumbs up. So, sa April 18, katong mga third year students will resume their in-school schedule. They will have to come once a week for their in-school and subject or in-school in-school classes. You are asked to bring your own provision kay kamo adto mo sa new building kanang mga third year na to. You will be occupying our new building. However, ang problema ani dili ta ka-serve yung lunch dito. What you're going to do is to take your lunch upstairs. Dapat mosaka mo sa ato ang canteen during lunchtime. Dili pa ta ka-open sa atong cafeteria sa new building. Although naani mga lamisa dito on table, pero we have to avoid mga daghan kayong mga mabilin nga mga mumhog, mga makaon. You have to take your lunch sa gym sa taas kay para kausara tong limpyo. Ikaduha, nag-send ko og bag-ong schedule ninyo with changes, particularly sa third year students ug sa second year kay naay mga rack subject nga gitangtang or whatever it is na mga modification sa mga subjects. So please